La-di-da-di-da, smell my peanut. I'm so fucking funny. Alright, so like the first thing I do when I'm making a trap metal beat, there's a couple different roots, I don't fucking know. I don't know, just like, you can either find a percussion hit that has some sort of pitch, even if it doesn't, it still works. You can make something in Serum, you can fuck around with the 808s first, it really doesn't fucking matter, just find some sort of inspiration. For me, I think I'm gonna go looking for a perk hit, like... I'm kind of digging this sample. So, if you're doing a sample, you gotta go to that, edit with audio editor, click this shit, detect pitch regions, and sometimes it won't have a solid pitch, but like this part's an E. So I can see the peak frequency right here is definitely not a C. So we're just gonna... Something that starts like a percussion hit like that, you can always pitch it down. And you get some weird shit. I like to do this, maybe a little bit of release, just so that it's not all stabby. We're just gonna think about what we want to do. The basic secret to making this trap metal shit is to pick either a minor or major key. Let's just go with, fuck it, D minor. And you'll have these sets in every single key of just these notes that are minor seconds, aka right next to each other. Here we have two in minor. And so what you're gonna do is you're kind of just gonna establish these four notes as home. And the way you can do this is kind of just like fucking around. Like honestly, it takes no skill whatsoever. Let's do some weird shit. Also, you want to crank the tempo to something nice. I'm gonna go with like... feeling that right now. Alright, let's cut that attack. Ooh, there we go. We're gonna do something... And I'm gonna add some layering to it. Just like random. Alright, so we got this started, and I just added a nice little layer up there. I think I'm gonna pitch that down even more. Something interesting you can always do to your melodies, especially since percussion hits are always like mono usually. You can take some chorus, just default preset, maybe poly if you're feeling it. And just separate that shit, give it a little bit of space, breathing room. We're just gonna stay with that for now. Something good you can do that you don't have to do is you can add even more layers. I'm gonna take this bell and I'll stack it on top, make something weird to go along with it. Just figure out what note that is real quick. I'm gonna assume it's an A since this is the longest one. Let's pitch this down a lot. Damn. Another thing to keep in mind is that octaves are really fucking powerful intervals. And this will come into play a lot when we use 808s. And it's something that's just cool to mess around with. chorus thing for this again, because it's mono and I don't like that. I want some space to be added to it. Default preset. Ooh. Something really important that I forgot to mention, when you're making trap metal shit, it's really important that noise is your biggest concern, because hip-hop beats and shit, the reason they don't feel aggressive usually, like typically, like a generic beat, is because they don't have a lot of, like, noise going on along with the samples. When you distort an 808, it sounds aggressive because it's really fucked up and like mangled, and it has a lot of noise that goes along with it, so it makes it feel a lot like grittier and muddy and distorted, you know. And so when you're making a ton of layers, it kind of adds to that. And another thing that you can do is literally just distort it, but a big thing when you're mixing shit is to not overdo it on distortion. It might sound weird, but like the two biggest mistakes I see in trap metal are overdoing it with distortion, which I've done myself, and clipping, which I used to do myself. Get over it. Clipping is not good. Can do it over here too. I like that better. Octaves are really fucking powerful intervals. I'm gonna add some delay to give it more noise, if that makes sense. We're gonna do some. Something good to mention is if I open an EQ here, our goal is in the final mix to cover all of this, every single bit of it at the beat drop. I feel like we're missing some high end right now, so we're gonna try to make something to go with that. I'm gonna go actually into my sample pack. I have an idea. We're gonna take this thing. I got the synth shots. This. I used to overuse the fuck out of this, and I would love it so much. And I don't blame myself. Octaves are really fucking powerful intervals. Okay, so this is sounding a little bit muddy, and I think it's because this has a little bit of sub, which I'm trying to avoid. Yeah, that was definitely why. Alright, now that we got the hype going, we're gonna make some drums. We're just gonna loop that. Let's actually start with, I like that. I like to make my kick patterns kind of, like, weird. Like, not match the 808 or the melody or anything. But you want them to still have a nice rhythm. Something that's relatively easy to follow. I'm not really digging this kick. How about that? So for clipping shit, I think this is the only sample that you'll end up making clipping. For any 808 that isn't super distorted already, like that's decently distorted. We're just gonna add on the blood overdrive to give it a little bit of amp, turn all the way down on preamp. Once there, we're just gonna tweak this until it feels on the verge of sounding like dog shit, but like tolerable in a good way, if that makes sense. Another thing that you can look at is the pitch of it. Sometimes a higher pitch will make a more punchy sound, while the lower, not punchy, it'll make a more like attack-y sound than like a punch, if that makes sense. Like less bassy, kind of feels weird. Yeah. Alright, and that's the only thing in the mix that's going to be clipping. Let's just add in a nice snare. I think I'm going to use a metallic one for my kit. So, over here. Since this is going to be really distorted, I think it's good to cut off some of that tail end. It's really up to taste. Let's put some distortion on it. We want this to slap, but not sound like static, but also not sound like ear piercing, if that makes sense. So this, bad. We're looking for not enough. It's just a little bit warmer. That's good. The other thing we can do is maybe boost them down here. I'll do that before. I want to make some room for the hi-hat, just a little bit. I'm liking that. We're just going to turn that down a lot. I think right around here is a good starting level. We can change it as we need later. I'm going to take I'm going to take some, actually I might use a snare for this. I want to make like a rim, like fill. That. We're gonna cut that. Yeah, like that. Ooh. I'm gonna remove the kick from clashing with that because I don't really like it. Actually, maybe. Ooh, that's weird. I don't like it. We're gonna repeat this. I'm gonna chill with that. I'm just gonna rename this so I don't lose track of what the fuck I'm doing. Let's take a hi-hat now. Some metallic, maybe. Actually, let's go with that. We're gonna cut it short. Put some distortion. might be fine, actually. Ooh. I like the static. It'd also help it sound more aggressive in the mix. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that. Maybe I'll cut it like this so I'm not suffocating it too much. Yeah, there we go. Less like hangover frequency, I guess you could say, like noise. Sometimes I like to keep my hi-hat patterns really basic and not touch it at all. Sometimes I'll just add in a really basic fill. Sometimes I will go crazy with them. I'm into like marching percussion. I'm in drumline for my high school that I go to. And you don't need to do this, but what I like to do is incorporate like rudiments type shit and like 5-lets sometimes, occasionally. You really don't need to know any of that. You can kind of just fuck around and it'll work out. I'm just saying. I think if you understand that stuff, it helps a lot. Like, maybe, I'm gonna put some petitors. We're gonna... Ooh, I have a really good idea. We're gonna put the fill here. Separate them so I don't lose track. So... I'm gonna... make it go up in pitch. And we're gonna crescendo these. That is really cool. Alright, I like this how it is. Now we're gonna make just a standard 808 thing. There's two ways you can go about this. Usually I'll use Serum. What I used to do is use my own kit. I use it sometimes, but not really anymore. I only really use it for drums, and usually I get it from out of here instead. Let's just find something that sounds cool. Hell yeah, we're gonna use that. Feels like I could use some sub though. I'm gonna remove that tail end. So for you people that like to make all your 808s really clipping, to achieve that sound without ruining your entire mix, you can actually just boost the component that you want to be louder, like the bass, and then put fast distortion. So we're gonna get this to a normal level first of all. And now if we turn on the EQ, you'll hear as I play with it, this gets more like biased towards each part. And that's just how it works. And that's how you can make your bass sound fat. top it off. Reset all this value. So we're going to go back to our melody, and we can just remember these two notes, sets of notes, and we just want to remember the order it goes in. So it goes from here to there, and what, like, you know, you want to make the 808 kind of match that. It's not too important, but it's pretty important, if that makes sense. Also, when you're mixing this, it's a good idea to not put it into the yellow, because then it's going to start making vocals really hard. Around right below 9 and like right above it in this range is pretty good. I'm just going to keep it there until further notice. I'm liking this so far. I'm trying to brainstorm. We're going to take... we need to start arranging for my ideas to get going. So we're just gonna split this, and we're gonna start something. I want to do a tape spin right there. Let's do tape stop, I mean, that's what I meant. We're gonna put that right there. Alright, cool. I want it to take really long, as much time as it can. I like that. There we go. Let's keep that. We're just gonna drop it real crazy in the beginning for no apparent reason. Usually, something that drops the second the beat starts, like wait, even before this, like literally, like immediately drops, like unless here, usually is like a shock factor, kind of gets people's attention. They click on your song and then they kind of go like, oh wow, and then they'll keep listening instead of skipping it. The only problem with that is that it kind of makes the less tense moments feel really boring, and makes the tense moments feel boringer than they're supposed to be. It's kind of like holding it back and then giving you this precious drop and then taking it away and giving it back and giving it back. Even if it plays the entire way through, you can have like an 808 melody come in and then it goes back to normal and teases through all these variations. We're just gonna jump right in and get going. Ooh. We're gonna start with that. I like that better. We're gonna add this as a component in a variation. So we're just gonna do this and then I'll add it in right there. Maybe I'll boost this an octave, we'll see. Something really important, it's optional, but trust me, it sounds better with it. We're gonna find our kick. we're just gonna mark it real quick by doing something to it. I'm just gonna make it this color. Fuck. Something you can do to make this easier, actually, I like to make a sidechain track. We're gonna mark that differently. And we're gonna route everything we want to sidechain to the kick, because that's what we're doing, to this track only. And as long as we don't touch any parameters on this track, besides adding sidechain, it'll be fine. So we're gonna do all our melody components, and we're gonna find our 808, which I believe is this, route it there. And we're gonna sidechain it to this track. And we're gonna add a limiter. We're gonna turn the ceiling all the way up so it doesn't interfere. We're gonna turn this up, do that. Just bring that up to like here. And then we can start fucking around with it. Oh, also, you have to adjust this until it's actually selecting the kick. The threshold is basically how deep it cuts, and envelope, kind of self-explanatory, but it's how long it'll expand it from the original sound. Usually default is good for this. You might want to turn this down or turn it up a little bit. It's up to you. I usually turn it down a little bit, but go by ear. The reason we do this is because it sounds fucking sick. Let's get a side by side real quick. This is without. Yeah, so the cut in from, like the cutting out of all the noise in the background and melody components, all that, everything creating that kind of noise all over the spectrum of the frequencies playing on the master track. It's kind of like being cut into by the kick, and it makes the kick feel more significant, which is kind of it is a better way of doing what people are trying to achieve when they make their kick super, super clipping and loud. There we go. What else should we do? We're gonna need 808 variation. Every single song we need that, or it's fucking boring. Let's just listen to it again at the ending and see what else we could add. Usually a really easy variation you can do is just moving this up, so you get. But we're not fucking boring, so we're gonna make an 808 melody of some sort, or like a build up to one. So we're gonna do, how about this? We'll just shift. Really creative, alright. We'll just do some weird 808 melody. Usually I kind of just like start on like around beat 2-ish or like on here. I'm just gonna go Let's just do that. 2, 3. We're gonna make that a pattern. I want triplet riser. I meant the other way. Here we go. Okay, now we're just gonna have a drop again. We're gonna do an 808 melody actually. That would be really good. So we're gonna put down our drums. How I usually make these is I don't know, I guess just creativity. Like being able to hear what you want and then being able to do it, I guess. So I'm just gonna loop this for a while. We're gonna try to go for a 4-bar pattern. What we want to start with is kind of like, hold on. We're gonna establish like a motif, a main theme kind of. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna just pick a note first of all to start on. Let's just start with F again. 2 things to note. First of all, octaves are very powerful. Second of all, anyone that tells you 808 chords are stupid is stupid. Yeah. 808 chords are a real thing, but they only work like in the higher octaves, or it sounds like poop. So we're gonna... I don't know, fuck around. That's so stupid. We're gonna do something low. music sounds better without the octaves. We have our bass notes, so we want to come up with something like unique for the top. Well, not unique, but you know, melody. So now that we have 3 little sections done, what we're gonna do here is we have like our 2-bar little intro motif thing. Then we have this. So the best way to think of it is A, B, and then I don't know. There's a few different ways you can do it. Right now I'm thinking A, B, and then like C, B instead of A, B, A, C, or whatever. Variations, you know, whatever. Basically, I'm going to copy this over and do the same thing, because, I don't know, brain's like repetitiveness, this. I feel like this high end isn't loud enough, and I think it's because of the mixing on the 808. This. That's better. Alright, and for the last few beats, I like to basically do the same thing every single time. I just like do runs going down. And octaves, of course. Oh, it doesn't fit. Hold on, I'll go down one. finishing little touch. I guess I'm not gonna do the full bars because I don't really feel like it. But it's also kind of a slow tempo to be doing something like this, and the 808 isn't that great for it. But like the one I picked. We're gonna add some slides. We're just gonna do little shit like this. Also important to note, you have to like change the channel for these. Sound like it's shutting down almost. So the way you can do this is just going up an octave with the slide. This one sound like it's going up because I'm creative, you know. Sounds good. Let's just add this in. We'll make a copy of this and just kind of base it off of the motif thing I did, which would be A down here. Alright, I'm kind of seeing a pattern. Let's just see if I can wing it. I'll just remake this. We're gonna do first of all that. I'm gonna try to mimic this motif, but not completely. We're gonna kind of go. Offbeat to the max, dude. That's so cool. I think I'm going to do this by just copying this top part. Yeah, top part. Let's just do that real quick. Another octave. Damn it. Alright, that's high. Just add that in. Let's go. The baby. Basically the same thing here. I'm gonna try to do this kind of like unison voice sounding thing. I'm just gonna copy this over, slap it in here, move it down a couple octaves. Yeah. I'm gonna make all the notes slide down every second one. Like second, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. If I just, like... Yeah, maybe not. I don't really like it. Alright, I like that. Here we go. I might just cut this part from here completely. I don't really think I need it. And let's listen to this. Here we go. Full thing. Let's just find my tag. I'm having a brain fart here. We're just gonna time stretch that thing. Oh wait, I can't do it because the tape stopped. Fuck. Let's just put it like here, and yeah, I'll put it on the other one too. Yeah. Nice. I'm gonna copy that down here. don't like putting any effects on my tag, but this time I think I'm going to put some delay. It feels like it would be cool since it's not right before a drop. That did not work at all. Whatever. I like that. Alright, well, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I'm gonna just, yeah.